Hi everyone, I'm your host Christabel. Today we're here to talk about media, democracy, and public sphere and why it is not as important as it used to be. We're going to understand at the end of this podcast why people say it has changed. Today we'll look at how why media is important. With media, we always interact with media when we're scrolling through TikTok, watching the news, or even watching TikToks. I'm here with my colleagues and we're going to take it from there and we'll break it down. So, what is media? When we say media, what is media?
Okay, so my name is Vanessa, and when we talk about media, media refers to channels used for sharing information to the public. Examples are TV, radios, newspapers, and social media. And because of social media, example TikTok, nowadays we don't normally watch TVs in our homes. Me, for instance, when I wake up, I don't brush my teeth nor eat anything. I just scroll through my phone 24/7 watching TikTok.
Okay, so when we talk about the public sphere, it's a place where we discuss important issues openly and freely due to the democracy. But nowadays, people do argue that it's not healthy as it used to be. When you look at TikTok, WhatsApp, TV debates, and other stuff, you will notice that a simple argument or a simple caption can lead to people arguing, insulting each other, and all sorts of things. So it has made it look like it's not safe again, or it's not you can't really say the right thing, or because people will argue with you and stuff. Then when you look at misinformation on the social media, that's one of the effects.
Okay, so why do people believe that public sphere is declining?
It's declining because how it used to be is not healthier as how it used to be. People do bully people nowadays a lot because of the how they see democracy to be. You can post a nice story on TikTok or Facebook, and then instead of people to come there and come and say something meaningful, come and contribute something, or maybe argue with whatever that you are saying, that's not what they were coming to do. Coming to talk about your dressing, your wig, your shoe, and other stuff. So you realize that they are really abusing, or I don't know, people's rights and freedom over there.
Okay, so we can say that social media is a very big influence on public sphere. Okay, so how does media influence the way citizens make their decisions?
Okay, so when you look at informations being published on the media like this, you will notice that misinformation travels faster than good news. So let's say there is a bad news about me that has been able to reach millions of followers or millions of people on the internet. How do you think people will see me? How do you think people will perceive about me? If I'm passing by, how do you think people will see me to be? But then, even before I'll come to the social media to debunk it or say that that's not the right thing, it has already traveled 1,000 miles. See,
So the good side is that information is faster to access and misinformation spreads faster on the media.
then when you look at um, during elections, when you go to the media, you realize that there are a lot of fights under social media comment sections, even more than in real life. People do insult each other with their tribes, their because of the tribes they belong to MPP, NDC, then stuff due to uh, how they are able to access the information on the TikTok. At first, the only place you will get information is on the TV, on the radio. There you only receive. It's a one-way communication. You only receive. But now, due to the social media and stuff, you can even sit in your comfort zone. Then you comment anything, you say anything on the social media, you post anything, and so on and so forth.
So basically, media is powerful in democracy, but the space where people discuss issues properly is not as strong as it used to be. So we have better understanding, but we are more confused. Okay, so however, the rise of misinformation online, arguments, and political polarization has made meaningful decisions more difficult. So as citizens, it is important that we think critically before we put out any information. After all, democracy works best when people are informed, involved, and willing to opinions of others. Thank you so much for joining us. Same time next week. Bye.